he's performing this, what is it, Thursday, Micah? This Thursday at Pints and Punchlines at Rose Music Hall, and he's great, and he has little snacks in his beard, so come up and suckle them on out if you want to come say hi to him. Guys, please welcome Micah Jeffries!
That stopped abruptly. All right. How we doing? So Lisa was asking what vehicle shows that you have a large vagina, and Ernie, I wasn't paying attention, and it's close enough. And Ernie said Subaru, and I believe that is the correct consensus. When I first got a Subaru, my wife's friend said, "You mean like a lesbian car?" So that's fun. I've been doing a joke for a while about going to weddings, and people at weddings like to give out little cheap plastic cups with like their name on it and the date. And I like to play a game of what will last longer, the writing on the cheap plastic cups or the marriage that it's celebrating, right? I've been doing that joke for a couple years. I wrote it about a specific friend of mine. And he and his wife have decided to end their marriage today, or like this week. But ironically, they did beat the cup. So, I don't know, I call it a draw. Football season's ending, and I have to find someone to fill my void. I don't get into too many sports. One of my buddies has been trying to get me into hockey recently.
Jersey sucks.
What?
What?
All right. And I'm trying to get into it a little bit. He's been like showing me different games, and I saw that on the scoreboard there's like the score, and then there's a number next to the score that's much higher than the actual score. And he's like, those are the shots taken on goal. You know, that's how many times each team has like taken a shot at the opposing goalie. And that number is way higher than the actual score. And I realized that every hockey player just has this same mentality as like a douchey frat guy, right? Like, just keep shooting. One of these fuckers has got to go in. I'm gonna try some new stuff. I don't have these very well memorized. My wife and one of her friends was looking through pictures recently, and they couldn't remember when one of the pictures happened. And one of the friends goes, "Well, I had that hair when I saw Beyonce, so that must have been 2017." Like, she could relate all of her life to when she saw Beyonce, and I appreciate that. Like, I feel as though we should all be able to relate our lives to Beyonce's life, right? My mom will be like, "When did your brother get married?" I'd be like, Blue Ivy was 3, so that'd be 2015. Oh, all right. This one's not gonna work as well. My uncle sent me a video about Vince Neil singing for Motley Crue in a recent video, and he got kicked off of their tour because of how bad he sounds. You know, he's like a raspy Elmo at this point. It's awful. But I started thinking about like how much I'm gonna enjoy seeing artists from my day all washed up like that. You know, if Justin Bieber gets too out of shape to do all the dance moves, or like Cardi B tries to twerk it when she's too old, throws out a hip. If Katy Perry stays like Katy Perry is. I'm excited. That worked all right. But I'm really big into music. You know, I've always been really big into music. I love listening to music for the lyrics. You know, for me, like a song can have a great beat, a great like hook, whatever. But if the lyrics of the verses are stupid, I'm kind of lost on it. And it doesn't happen with a lot of songs, but there's one song in particular that I truly hate for this reason. It's called "The Escape" by Rupert Holmes. And most of you know this song, but you know it as the Pina Colada song, right? You know, if you like Pina Coladas and getting caught in the... I hate that song. I fucking hate that song. You know, because most of you don't know anything about that song other than those exact words, right? But if you don't know, the song is actually about a fella who's with a woman who, for some undisclosed amount of time, and he has decided that their relationship has run its course. And instead of sitting her down and talking out their problems, he decides that he is just gonna find someone new and ghost this bitch. So, it's the 70s, so he's looking through the classified ads. That's where he finds the ad that says, if you like pina coladas, that everybody knows. So in the second verse, he decides to write back to this woman, which is really just what she wrote, but in the affirmative. Yes, I like pina coladas. You know, super lazy writing. And then they decide to meet in the third verse. So in the third verse, he walks in and he sees the woman he's supposed to meet. Lo and behold, it's the woman he tried to leave in the first verse, right? It's a real M. Night Shyamalan bullshit. And he looks at her and he doesn't say like, wow, we had a lot of problems we probably should have worked out. No, he looks at her and he just goes, I never knew that you like pina coladas. Fucking bullshit. Like, what, are we supposed to assume that they just, left and went home, had a happy life? That's ridiculous. That's a terrible conversation that they're gonna have on the drive home. I hate that song, you know, because it's not like a song about like a heartbreak or a love song. It's just a song about two shit people who can't communicate. All right, my name's Mike Jeffries. I'm gonna get off.